right?
Yeah, we're live right now.
We're
If I can
live.
make the screen bigger. I guess it's all right.
You can make it bigger.
I forget how to
I
do
think
it.
is it this?
Let's see. I forget how to do it on this one. It's cool. We'll be all right.
Yeah,
folks.
all right.
But we know, as long as we see what they're saying.
Push it over a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, a little over. We just gotta wait for them to get on.
Is that there's a light in the back? Which light is giving that glare?
That one back there.
This one?
Yeah.
Get it on.
We here, man. We just try to tweak some stuff, guys. But we live. We are live from Mosha'S Reaggae Lounge in Sosua, Dominican Republic, talking about diabetes, high blood pressure, and other different health issues. This guy has a lot of knowledge. He has a lot of knowledge. Hold on one second. He's going to take this little glare out. The live, I'll see you guys. Let me put it on.
How is the lighting now?
The lighting is, let me go back to it. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. It's better. Yeah, we good. Man, people jumped in there quick. Here's the link, man. If anybody want to jump in and say something, it's the link if you want to jump in. So we here, man, and it's down. Hold on, give him a second. We just setting up everything. Let's see. It said PhillyDom. Derek Carter, what's going on with you, champ? My boy, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? How you feeling, bro? I'm doing all right, man. I'm feeling better. Okay, but we're live, guys. We're live. So anything you want to...
What's up, people?
What's up, man? He's right here,
this
man.
This is Mosha.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again. But before I even say anything, I want to say one thing to the people.
Okay.
This is not medical advice. I want you guys to understand that. I'm not giving you medical advice. The statements that I'm going to make is not been approved by the FDA or its medical associates or establishments. So it is very important for you guys to understand that. And I am not against anything from the FDA or the Food and Drugs or any of that. Okay? Just bear that in mind. I'm not here to contradict them or anything.
Okay.
I'm here to give you my experience, my understanding, my over 30 years of food and nutrition, and a bodybuilder. You want to show them that?
Yeah, you got two. Show to them later. We got two people trying to get in the live.
So I'm trying to tell you.
They want to come in.
Of my experience as a bodybuilder for over 35 years. I've won several titles: Mr. New York City, Mr. Tri-State, NPC Hercules. I represented Jamaica in the Caribbean, so it was my life. I owned a 60,000 square foot gym, world gym, in Long Island. Anybody who looking on this right now will know who I am. I was a champion bodybuilder and I never touched steroids. I used to eat 3 chickens a day, okay, and 1 honeydew melon and a smoothie. That damaged my liver, okay? And I'm going to get into protein because there was a subject about protein yesterday and I got some response that I want to address. So with that said, remember, not medical advice. Go to your doctor, listen to your doctor. Boom.
All right, I'm going to let both people in. New York, NYC, let me see. I ain't missing why this is going here. Okay, yeah. All right, King, you in there, man?
Yo, what's up, Philly? What's good?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
King, hold on one second. And why? We're going to drop one more person in the live with you. Hold on.
All right, no problem.
Okay. There we go.
What's up, my brother? How you doing? What's good?
All right.
That was really weird.
All right, so
yeah, no,
salute to my Jamaican brother out there that sells that great food, man. Every time I come out there,
respect,
every time I come out there, you give me great conversation. But back in the day, you would tell me to come back tomorrow to eat. So I'm like, yo,
wow, isn't that amazing? So you know I'm for real, then.
Well, you know I know you did. So
thank you, my brother.
Anyway, Philly, what is it? Do you think you're diabetic?
No, I don't have diabetes. I got tested for that in Colombia. I just got high blood pressure, man. This is what I eat, man. You know, I like that fried chicken and all that. I cut it out now.
Yeah, that high blood pressure comes with your age and your stress level and your weight, and because you've been on the move, man. You haven't given your body a chance to really rest. So yeah, your blood pressure is going to go skyrocketing, and not only that, you're in a tropical environment, you know. So yeah, that blood pressure comes.
I want to stop you for a second because we don't want to give information like with doctors here, but I want to say high blood pressure, like you correctly stated, has a lot of factors. One of the main reasons for high blood pressure is not what you just mentioned. Yes, naturally, high blood pressure will go up if you eat or if you drink something. Your blood pressure, your blood volume is going to increase because the heart have to work harder, so the pressure. But what he's talking about is a consistent high blood pressure that is very dangerous, okay? High blood pressure comes from, as a matter of fact, I'm going to touch on the subject of that, and I'm going to touch on the subject of diabetes. And I'm not touching on it from my own words, but it's from the information that they put on the internet, so you guys could know what you're looking at. So his high blood pressure, no, not trying to decry what you're saying, my brother. I'm just trying to say that he has a different, the factors that contributing to his diabetes, to his high blood pressure, is not what you said. A tropical climate is perfect for us because that's our natural habitat. We were created in a habitat for that. That's why we have big nose. And the big nose is to facilitate the amount of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen that is in the air. So this is why the best and the strongest athletes in the world are so-called black people, because of that. Your lungs and your nose and your nostrils are like an exhaust pipe. Okay, the bigger the nose, the more oxygen and hydrogen and all of that stuff, whatever, you can process. Now, like I said before, my statements are not approved by the FDA or any scientific fact, but you can see in reality and as examples all over the world. Okay, we're not saying anybody is superior or inferior. So if you live in a cold climate, naturally you're going to have a smaller nostril because you don't need as much of that. I don't, guys. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, blah 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 blah," but I really don't care. I'm just telling you what I've discovered and my common sense. Sorry,
all right,
Marshall.
I got to intervene a little bit because I know a little bit about something that's going on here. Do you know what lisinopril is?
Who?
Lisinopril.
No, you tell us because we're trying to learn. So you tell us.
All right, that's what you take to control high blood pressure.
Well, okay, what is that? What is lisinopril?
That's a medicine.
Okay, what kind of medicine?
To control your high blood pressure.
No, but what kind of medicine? Who makes that?
Well, I don't know who makes it. I know that
but you need to. Okay, first of all, what is the composition of that medicine? See, you cannot give medical advice on this program.
All right, who made it? All right,
if you're gonna say, hold on one second. If you're gonna say something,
all right, I just want to say one thing. Let me say one thing.
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just saying you must give the source so we can check it. So is that a natural medicine? Is it a herb? Is it water? What is it? We need to know so other people can go buy it if it helps them.
You gotta be prescribed it by your doctor. Okay,
so it is a drug.
Right, you got to be prescribed it from your doctor if you have high blood pressure. So,
all right.
Now, sometimes I have high blood pressure, so my doctor prescribed it. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. All right.
Okay,
so
we're not saying that. We're not disputing you.
I'm not saying you're disputing me. You can't dispute me because I was prescribed this from a doctor when I told him I had high blood pressure.
Okay.
It's nothing to dispute.
I don't go against what the doctor say. Listen, I don't go against what doctor tell you. You listen to the doctor. So we don't have a disagreement. You do it. You do what your doctor tell you to do, but you cannot advise other people to do it because their body type, their metabolism might be different. I know that from years of experience.
All right, but I'm not giving any advice.
High blood pressure.
I'm not giving any. All right, I'm not giving any advice. I'm just telling you that this medication is for those symptoms. Okay.
Okay, good. My brother, I respect that, but I don't want to waste the time with that. We know that you can have any illness and you go to your doctor and they They're experts at that. So you need to go to them and listen to them. This subject and this program is not about disputing with the medical establishment. I don't want to bring that in here. I
But
don't want
Marcia,
that to be a part of our discussion. I
nobody's
want
disputed.
what you
Nobody's
say to be
disputing.
taken with the utmost respect.
Nobody's disputing. All I'm saying is that's what's taken for
So
a person
then,
that has those symptoms. Okay, and you only can get it from a doctor that's prescribed to you. Now, in the states,
We don't want to get into that. So he's on another trip. Another trip.
yeah.
Let's move on.
Hold on. He wants. Hold on. NY.
I want to move on, my brother. I don't want to discuss this. I don't want to discuss medicine because then we're going to be looking at as practicing medicine without a license. That's not what we're trying to do. Okay? Any discussion about medicine?
I believe my doctor has a license.
So if you have something to say about natural herbs and stuff, that's what we're trying to do.
I'm only discussing what's on
stuff is perfectly plausible.
All right. You got it. I'm only discussing what's the title of the chat.
Thank you, brother. Respect here. Nice to talk to see you, New York King.
You too.
One
Respect,
love,
man.
blessed love. And we love you, my brother.
All right, you got it. Yeah. All right. So now you can answer the questions.
Which one?
People.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to people like that because their opinion is.
No, he's my boy, but he's just.
I know him too.
He said stop taking sugar. NYC King said that.
It's okay.
And then Derek Carter said, "How you feeling? I'm doing good." John Thomas said, "Hello, PhillyDom. What's going on, John Thomas?" Bello, yeah, what's up? My brother Sakwa say, man, PhillyDom, that's the link. No more juice. I agree with you, King. No more juice. Tony said, respect. Derek Carter said, I'm coming.
For the oxtail?
Coming for the oxtail.
I'll be waiting, brother.
Yes, indeed. I need like 20 pieces.
All right. As long as you're going to pay for it.
Babu said, good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon, brother.
Babu, it might be a female. Babu. Andreas said, I don't know you was diabetic. I'm not diabetic. As far as I know, I just took a test a while ago. Yeah. They said I wasn't.
Okay.
24K said, let's go, champ. Yes, indeed. Tony said, CMOS. What do you know about CMOS?
Well, CMOS, I got to tell you something. Everybody's jumping on CMOS bandwagon. Now, there are different species of CMOS.
Uh-huh.
Do you know which species of CMOS? Trying to get rid of the noise. There are different species of CMOS. CMOS, before you take any kind of CMOS is excellent. According to science and according to research, there is 102 minerals in the human body. And there is 92 of those minerals in CMOS. But there are all kind of fake CMOS out there. CMOS is one of the plant that helps to clean the ocean of heavy metals and other heavy metal products that can be harmful to your body if taken in abundance. So you must get your CMOS checked by a reputable lab. Please, CMOS is great.
Okay.
Okay? That's my response.
Okay, hold
on.
You
have a specific question.
Yeah, somebody said John Thomas, he gave $4.99 a super chat.
Thank you, brother.
Moshe, is it okay to eat jerk curry or stewed chicken with high blood pressure? Is it okay to eat that?
Yeah, but yes, you can eat that, but it depends on who cook it and what's in it. Because that's one of my things here. You can ask anybody. I put stuff like a lot of spices in my food that helps lower your blood pressure. I'm not going to reveal the secret. I'm going to tell you something. I don't eat meat. And I'm well aware of the people that comes into my place. As a matter of fact, I want you to pause for a second. I'm going to go get what I use to cook my cabbage and my plantain. I use olive oil. Okay, olive oil. He was in the store, ironically, yesterday when I picked it up. Am I right?
Yeah, I was there when you picked it up.
Okay. And why do I do that? I don't use hydrogenated oil. You go do research. I'm not going to waste the time to go into it. But I use olive oil for that purpose. Okay. So it depends on who's cooking and where you're eating. When you're running into these cheap places and buying MSG food with hydrogenated oil for $5 or 250 pesos, 100 pesos, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, he always got a part two to it. He said, what is a good West Indian food to eat with high blood pressure?
Again, it depends on who is preparing it, because you got to remember something. I'm not giving you medical advice, but there are like callaloo is good, but it depends on who is cooking it. Callaloo, they dump a lot of salt and a lot of codfish in it, and that salt is deadly,
Okay.
very dangerous. That's one of the cause of why the doctors will tell you to lower your salt. Why you think they tell you that? I'm not going to get into why. When I deal with people on an individual basis, I will speak to them more on that level. So callaloo is good, cabbage is good, but again, I learn how to cook these things. It's my culture. I don't cook them the conventional way. Like when I make festival, I don't use hydrogenated. I use olive oil. And I can show it to you. The guys who come here, I show it to them. I use hydrogenated oil to glaze certain things that I'm not going to give you as a fry. I give it to you as a stew. So what I do, I make glaze a piece of chicken, put it to dry out, and then I put it in my stew. And the oil, if there's any oil, I drain it off and do it like that. Okay? So it depends on who's cooking, my brother. That's why you got to be careful where you go to eat. Don't eat for price. I'm warning you, because it's contributing to the toxicity that the liver has to work twice as hard to get rid of. And I'm going to show you something when we get to the next level.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys some things. Let's keep reading the questions. That was a good question, Thomas. Hold on one second. We right here, guys. Hold on. Who else?
Bear with us, huh?
Yeah.
Philly's trying his best to help you guys,
See,
because I
this-
told you guys I don't put my face on the truth, because I don't want glory.
Here we
Okay,
go.
I don't want the glory. I want the glory
There
to
you
go
go.
to the Creator, to the Most High.
Is it better?
Go ahead.
No, they asked me if it's better than on the screen. Okay. True Life says, salute to you, Philly. What up, big homie? All is well. Holy Cooley said, what's up, Philly? Flex here. Thanks for checking on your brother today. You're welcome anytime to Sudan. He's watching from Sudan.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to come there. I want to come to Africa. Listen to the program. I have a program set up. I was invited to Ghana. And by the way, I was invited to cook for the president of Haiti, not the one they killed. Which person in this country can say that? So I want to come to Ghana. I want to come to Sudan, because I want to show our people what you can do while you're there. Talk to the leaders or somebody.
Okay.
Tell them, give me 100 people and give me some land, and I'll change Africa. Remember, I tell you that.
He said, we said 100 people on some land.
And some land.
Hear that?
Because what I'm going to do, I need people to show them what I want to do. We want to do it all over Africa, what I have in mind. I'm not going to tell nobody. You're just going to hear about it. If the Most High will. Everything is His will. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, True Life said, brown liquor raises high blood pressure. Is that true? That you know of, or anything you heard of?
Okay. Alcohol on a whole. Okay, first of all, when you hear all these comments, like the brother before, King Philip, what's his name? King?
NYC King.
NYC
Shout out to
King.
King.
Shout you out, brother. Enough respect, but he brought up a very important topic and a very important point. He is being prescribed a drug, okay? And the drug that he's prescribed is for high blood pressure. Now, before I answer the question, remind me to come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
High blood pressure is not difficult to get rid of, but some people don't want to get off what they're eating or what they're using in their daily life. So they use certain opiates for that purpose. So if you're into that, that's fine. Now, brown liquor, you say, as long as it has alcohol in it, it's damaging to your liver. And if it's damaged to your liver, you know what's going to happen. Your liver is the most important organ in the human body. It is the most important organ in the human body. Go ahead, mi amor. Siéntate. Yo está ocupado ahora. It is the most important organ. Mi amor, limpia la cocina para mí, por favor. Por favor, limpia la cocina. La cocina. What was I saying again?
Okay, about the high blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
The liver is the most
The
important.
liver is the most important organ in the human body. As I said before, you can live without the brain for a long time, but you cannot live without your liver. Your liver is responsible. According to science, go look it up, guys. This is their science, and I'm just repeating it. So I'm a copycat.
He said, yeah, copycat, yeah.
But I have something different that you don't know. So I have to use their science to convince you of what I'm saying. So if it's the most important organ in the human body, why is it the most important organ in the human body? According to science, the liver is responsible for over 500 different functions.
Wow.
Over 500, more than any organ in the body. And one of them is called digestion. When you guys shoving all kinds of stuff in your mouth, you know what you're doing to your liver? You must be aware of every single thing you put in your mouth, because if you can't digest it, it's going to be a problem for your body.
Okay.
You can eat all these things over the years, and one day you wake up with all these problems, and you have to go to the emergency room, and you don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from the years of eating sugar, salt, starch, and all these different things. So now it must begin where you change all of that. Go ahead now.
All right. So that was Tony said Dr. Sebi had a formula as well. Arling Wade said vibes. What's going on, Arling Wade? How you doing? Van Bruce said, Philly, can you contact me, please? I need some information about an apartment with a jacuzzi that you stay in Boca.
I can help you with that too. I can help Philly because I've been here 11 years. Let me say this while the brother said that.
Okay.
I am the first Jamaican restaurant, authentic, on this island. I am the first so-called, I'm using the word again, because that's all we have become a proverbs and a byword according to the Bible. We have not been called by our proper name. So I'm the first so-called black man on this island, other than another brother who does ribs.
Yeah, okay.
When I came here in October 31st, 2010, I was the only one on the beach in Sosua, and I started my business in 2000. I made a lot of. I didn't speak the language. Now I'm fluent in Spanish, so I know a lot of stuff. I help a lot of people, so I will help Philly to help you, my brother. Go ahead.
That's all right. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll check about the place that you asked.
Yeah, we'll help you. He'll help you.
Yeah, 24K said this is a great live stream. Thank you.
Thank you, 24K.
Yeah.
Hey, 24K. As you say that, we want you to spread the word, because we're gonna do a program where we can help everybody and all you have to do is do a donation, because I have several people that I'm trying to help here in this country. And my restaurant that I have now, I had a situation happen to me. I've been there 11 years.
Okay.
The woman sold the building and she didn't tell me. So we had her in court. It didn't turn out. So I won, but I don't want to get into it. And I had to leave the beach. So I left the beach prematurely with the COVID in place. So I didn't have enough time to gather all my cash together. So we're going to do a fundraising to help to finalize that. And I put it in a health juice bar in the restaurant. And there's the gentleman that we want to help that lost his leg and picks up bottles for a living. We're going to go to his house, film him where he lives, so you guys know it is real. So I want to help him buy this bike so he can put these bottles in the back of his trailer. Now his woman, he's about 70 years old, has to be picking up the bottle. So these are the things we do. PhillyDom would be nice, perfect person to help us do that. So
not a problem.
Go ahead, guys.
And Tony said pharmaceutical pills are just a big business. He said that's a way for them to make money.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I'm not going to knock him.
Yeah.
And you know why I'm not going to knock him? I'm going to tell you something surprising. They have a place in your life. They saved my life.
Yeah,
because I was sick 5 years ago. And if it wasn't for them pushing a tube in my lungs and pulling out the liquid, I'd probably have been dead. My lungs collapsed. And you know where that came from? From the years of bodybuilding, of eating all this food that I thought was healthy for me. So you guys jumping on protein and eating all of this crap, watch what's going to happen. I warn you, I'm telling you from my experience. So I'm not going to knock pharmaceutical company. Yes, they are what they are, but we're not here to knock them, because we don't want to knock them. They have a place in your life. If you get sick, you have to go to them for an analysis. I'm not against them. You understand me? I'm just trying to get you to be wise. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Wow. So go to them, get your analysis. They can't help you with everything, but because they're giving you drugs. Instead of fixing the problem, they're giving you a quick fix to help you. Nothing is wrong with that until you can get the right help. And you come to somebody like me. or Dr. Sabi.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Tony
guys.
said all natural remedies are on the islands.
Yes, everywhere. There are natural remedies in Europe too. There are herbs that grows in Europe that you won't find on the island. The Most High prepared everything perfectly. It's a perfect world, my brother. It depends on where you were born because certain things, certain herbs are indigenous to that particular land. So if you live in Alaska and you can't get certain things where it's cold, there are herbs there that you can use. Just like I heard Dr. Sabi made a statement. He said you can't take the polar bear from where he is and bring him to Africa. He will die. Maybe so, maybe not so. Maybe you can condition him. I don't know. But I know everything is called conditioning. Even the way you think is conditioned. Even what you eat is a condition. So you can you think that you have to eat 3 meals a day? I don't think so. You don't have to. Go ahead, bro.
He was saying, Tony said, okay, Arlene Wade said, our grandparents in the West Indies used to pitch bush and make remedies for plenty of issues.
That is true. My grandparents did the same thing. My grandmother, my great grandma lived to be almost 100 and she smoked a pipe backwards. She smoked a cigar within her mouth. So again, we're not talking about the blessing and the exception to the rule. So you don't want to take chances with life.
Oh, yeah. And True Life said he's not disputing, he's just telling him what was prescribed to him.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
Okay.
It's past and done.
Yeah, KA
I don't
said,
want to stick on that.
okay, KA said, I like this. What can we eat to help lower
high
our blood pressure?
Okay, this is the reason why we're going to do a program where we're going to have you guys chime in and try to raise funds for certain things. Because I don't discuss these things online because it could be very dangerous because not everybody's body is different. Okay, so we want to do a program, 1 or 2 programs where you make a contribution rather than me telling you what I want you to donate and my fee and all of that. I just want to do a program. I was talking to Philly and we're going to discuss it. It's not going to be nowhere close, but you're going to get help, and that's going to be one of the subjects that's going to be part of the program, and you're going to get a protocol to help you with that. All the issues that you have, we're going to set up protocols like high blood pressure protocol, diabetes protocol, cholesterol protocol, heart disease protocol. We're going to set all that up. And according to the donations you make, you're going to get one free. And the 2 criteria for that is you have to like and subscribe to my brother right here because he's doing a great job. And then you have to also go to my tube and check back. And then we're going to help you with that. I had a friend, by the way. I'm a true story. I have 2 friends. One of them had a problem with his heart. His heart was just growing. Okay? And he killed his father, I think, or killed some members of his family. And it's a good brother. He helped me a lot. His name is Oliver. Oliver, big respect to you for all your help. This brother was always by my side, and I'll never forget him. And he told me the story, and I was really sad that his heart would just grow. The doctor said he could just drop dead and don't even know because his heart was getting bigger. So I gave him some advice, not advice, but I gave him my take from my experience. And now he's fine. So he hasn't mentioned anything. He's a very quiet guy. He doesn't speak much. But if I didn't help him, he would have mentioned it. So I helped him with a lot of protocol, with a 1 or 2 protocol that's very simple.
It changed the situation for him.
Yes, change it. Now he's doing his thing.
Viewers 4K said, what's good, Philly? Shout out to my man Mosha, best Jamaican food on the island.
Respect for that, brother, because I cook with love. I cook with love and the energy and the experience that I have. I put that into my food. I put that into my food because I know what it's gonna do for you. I don't just take your money. Remember that. I tell you that. You don't see my place packed with people because I don't use girls to drag you inside. A lot of people come here and they go where the crowd is and they get robbed by the girls. They touch him and then the next thing the hand is in the pocket. That's not my place. My place is to help you. Everybody that comes here can tell you that. Go to TripAdvisor and read the reviews. By the way, who knows who Tracy Porter is? Tracy Porter was one of my customer. He comes here. He used to come here every year, and he comes to my place and eat. I have the signature of him. Next time I'm going to show it to you. Okay, Tracy Porter, he would be with I think with the Oakland Raiders, and then he goes to the Chicago Bears. Him and his crew used to come there. All right, and other people, other very important people, because of the love that I put in my food. Thank you.
What's up, man?
Respect.
True said this is a good topic. True Life said this is a good topic. Arlene said True olive oil is the best.
Okay. We're not going to dispute people's opinion because we're not here to do that. Only something directly contradict. When I deal with people on a one-on-one level, then I will dispute stuff. But I'm not going to dispute it here because we don't want to fight with our people. We don't want to fight and practice medicine. So please, guys, don't bring in drugs in this conversation. This is not about drugs. I'm not an expert and I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert on drugs. So for you to be telling me about drugs, you're losing me. I will talk to you about that on a private level, but not on this forum. This is not the forum for that.
Okay, Tony said, you ever ask yourself why Bill Gates purchased most of the farmland in America?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, and not only him. I'm gonna give you guys a little clue. Do you know that the coronavirus is patented? Okay, let me tell you a story. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I woke up one morning and I saw that there was a virus going to wipe out China. I had a dream. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. It's going to wipe out China. And I was telling some of my people, and they didn't believe me. I told the guy when he came out, he said, Moshe, you knew that? I said, I don't know why. I don't know why the Most High showed that to me. But I didn't see that it was going to affect the whole world.
Okay.
So what he was doing was preparing me for certain things. And I left the States. Coronavirus, what is going on? Well, don't quote me. What I found was COVID is an abbreviation for Certificate of Vaccination Identification ID 2019. That's what COVID is. Coronavirus is just another name, as it's been said on the internet, for the flu. Not me saying that, the whole world is saying that. Okay, so if you look at the corona, I'm going to tell you another thing. A virus does not have a body. A virus does not have a body. I mean, I've read that, and it's online. You can find that. If you can find out with real research, you got to do it though. So, if it doesn't have a body, how does it jump to another person? Ask that question. All right? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. My opinion, guys, you don't have to believe me. My opinion. And to the octopus, to those of you that work for the octopus, it's my opinion. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, True Life said, what's the best sea moss to buy and by who?
The best sea moss to buy is one that does not have heavy metals in it. And the best sea moss, from my experience, to get is one that is grown what they call wildcrafted. Means it's from nature, from the ocean. And when you get it from the ocean, you still have to test it to see if it has high levels of heavy metals. That's the best one. So when you guys are searching for sea moss, search for the sea moss that is not filled with heavy metals. Search for those. And one that don't search for the farm raised. There's a lot of farm raised sea moss. You don't know the difference. Don't buy organic sea moss. Those are raised in a pool with salt. So real sea moss, you don't see the salt on it. I'm gonna give you something else. Do you know why they say salmon is good for you and fish?
Why?
Because the salmon eat the algae in the water and you eat the fish. So why don't you go straight to the source? That's just a little tip for you guys.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I went to Alaska, and that's what the main fish that we fish was, salmon fish.
Yes, because salmon eats the algae. How does it eat? It don't eat meat. It might, but it eats the algae. It eats the plants in the water. And the plants in the water is that grows on rocks. And rocks has the minerals that you need. The plant is the source that goes into that rock, pulls the nutrients from that, make it soluble for you to digest it. So everything is digestion.
Wow.
Okay, guys? And I'm going to touch protein for you guys later, but go ahead, brother.
Moshe said, he said Moshe got my blood pressure at NYC. Can he crack it a joke?
All right, NYC, I'm going to bring it down when you get here. Get here, I'll fix that. I'll fix it for you, NYC. Man, I love you, man.
Ali Wade says, smash the like button, guys. Yeah, please,
Yeah,
guys.
come on, guys. Listen,
Smash the like
we're
button.
gonna do the next program we do. If you don't smash the like buttons, I'm not coming back. And we're not gonna do that program where I'm gonna give you these protocol for small donations.
You hear that?
So you gotta smash this like button. You gotta go to my channel and subscribe. Mosha'S Reaggae Lounge.
They say spinach. Tony said spinach is great as well.
Yeah.
Is that good for you too, spinach?
Well, spinach is a hybrid.
Okay.
It's better than certain things. Yes, you can eat spinach, but it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Like me, I'm trying to achieve total pH balance. Tell them about the water before I get into that.
Yeah, I drank this water because he told me to try to drink a gallon of water every day, to clean the system out and everything. But he said that the pH balance is too high.
The pH is too acidic. So when I checked it with my strip, the strip, where's my thing right here? Let me find. Excuse me,
Hold on
folks.
one second, I'll show it to you.
Okay. So I use my test strip. If you everything you put in your mouth, liquid, you must test it. This is my strip. So when I test his water was 6.25 to 6.75.
Yes.
That's very acidic. And it's not even neutral. So what I did, get me the baking soda. You see it over there?
Okay, yeah, the baking soda is right here. Oh, yeah.
Now, guys, again, not medical advice. It's not been approved by the FDA. But there are a lot of schools of thought on the internet. You can find it about baking soda. So what I'm saying is not even new. Okay? And I'm not practicing medicine because I'm not giving you. That's why I don't want to talk about drugs. Because when you get into drugs, you're practicing medicine without a license. The brother King did not understand what I was trying to avoid because I know the law. We cannot discuss medicine on this program, guys. And what he was trying to do was pull me into a debate about drugs. I'm not an expert. Go to the doctor for that. I'm a natural expert of natural foods and stuff in nature. My experience. So what I did, I put a teensy-weensy bit of the baking soda in his water, and it went from 6 point something to almost to 8, perfectly neutral. And pH means potential hydrogen. Okay, the amount, the potential that substance has to bring hydrogen, oxygen, or whatever to cells in the body. I'm not gonna get too deep. I don't want to.
So it was a different. When I drank it, guys, it was definitely different. Felicia, how you doing? Say hi, everybody.
Hi, Felicia. How you doing?
Yeah, and then
Blessed love.
Blessed love, and then Ka said, Doctor Moshe, blessings with the knowledge.
Thank you
from God. Preach to it. Preach to us. I guess, brother. What's the most healthiest thing we can? He said we can / need to eat.
Okay, my brother Ka, thank you for that compliment. And I appreciate the compliment, but the knowledge comes from the Most High, and it's inside of you. If it wasn't in you, you wouldn't be able to recognize it. I'm going to say what I've discovered. I'm writing my book, and what I've discovered is that we were never taught to eat correctly. That is the problem. We were taught to eat 3 meals a day. We were taught to eat all these different things, but we fail to recognize one thing, and I'm discovering that on my own, trying to correct my problems. We were not taught to eat correctly. Now, the best thing that I find is for my body is when I don't eat. Because the liver is not stressed. If you notice when you're sick, you don't want to eat. Why? The body is trying to tell you something. All right? If you have to eat, I suggest natural plant-based foods that is not acidic. You can't avoid them all, but they're not going to kill you. You understand me? So the best things to eat are those things. On a personal level, I'll get more into details with certain things. You can even eat fish. You can eat meat, but how much of it are you eating? You see?
If you eat it a little bit, is that all right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
yes, of course.
Maybe every 2 weeks you might.
You can
eat.
Listen, you can. Of course, you can. Look, guys. Old age has nothing to do with the multitude of years that you have on this land. Old age has to do with what you have been putting in your body over the years. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to get to this now.
Okay, no problem.
I'm going to give you an example of that. And I'm going to, you know what, the topic is about diabetes, right?
Yes,
what is diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I didn't have time to do all of my little research that I want to show to you and give you the source. Because he just rolled up, which I was happy that he did. We had he rolled up early, which is fine. So I just get enough to give you a taste. And this is by Dr. Buzz. She's a doctor. So that you guys know it's not coming from Moshe. But I have the knowledge and the experience to find these things online. For you, I already know. Okay. So what she says, which is science, is that the average person has about 5 to 7 liters of blood circulating in their system. Remember that. Okay. Um, a glucose level on your blood stick with 100 nanograms per deciliter, which is, when you get that thing and you prick and you check your glucose level, you know what you're doing? You're checking the amount of deciliters per 100 grams that's circulating through the body at one given moment. Okay. All right. So here's the clincher. Here is how diabetes comes in. I'm gonna see if I can read it for you because I copied it, and you can go find it yourself. Okay. So, how much sugar can your 5 to 7 liters of blood hold in your system before it starts to trigger insulin? In other words, let me give you my take. I read that for you. If you have a blood volume of 7 liters or 5 liters, the body has a capacity to only hold a certain amount. Now, this is where diabetes comes in, according to this doctor, and according to what's out there in science. I gotta go. I gotta pause. I don't know. I gotta go.
You can talk. You can do what you got. I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, you keep talking. And we'll
Keep talking.
go.
Hold on.
Come
He has
right
to
back
take
to it,
care.
guys.
Remember, he got a rest around here, so
I
he
gotta
has
go
to
talk to somebody.
talk to somebody real quick. So I'm here with you guys, and I definitely don't know anything about the medical or herbal medicine like that. I'm learning. My family's from Haiti. I'm sure they use a lot of different herbals and different medicines and different things like that. But herbal medicine or herbalist things to help. But I'm gonna hold down the fort till you get back. Yeah. So lately I've been drinking water. You guys know about my high blood pressure issues. I don't have diabetes, but we just wanted to cover that because that's diabetes is prevalent. A lot of people get diabetes, so we want to talk about that. And then the high blood pressure. I know for me, it's definitely what I've been eating. I've ate, oh man, ate whatever I wanted for years and years and years. So now, I got to change my habits. So that's why I'm, happy to have this guy Moshe on here because he knows a little bit about the herbals. He's an herbalist, so he knows what's going on with the herbs and the different things like that. So I'm still take my medicine and everything I need to do, but also try alternative because I know medicine and different things destroy your liver and different things like that. It might help or bandage your problem, but it destroys the liver and stuff. So I come to guys like him that know about the herbal medicine that I can use too as well. And I can also watch my diet. I can also watch my diet, and I can try to get off the medicine. I don't want this something that I need to take forever and ever, through my whole life. So I'm gonna find other ways to get off the medicine. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing these lives. He's coming back. He just, like I said, we're at this Jamaican restaurant. We got some customers here, some things we got to take care of. So he needs to take care of that. Let me talk to you guys in the chat and see what's going on. Also, don't forget, man, we on our way to 50K subscribers right now. We there. We 49. We're like 800 subscribers away from 50K subscribers. So we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep grinding. Let me read some of these comments. Thank you guys for tuning in until Moshe gets back. Let's see. Early Marie said, "True, we must cook with plenty of spices, onions, garlic, sweet peppers." Yes, indeed. NYC King said, "Mrs. Jordan, what's up, my lady?" HD said, "Life." Yes, indeed. Only way said, "Share the lives, guys." Yeah, please like this video, share the live. We're getting great information and different things like that. Get them likes up and subscribe. Thank you, NYC King. Appreciate the champ. Appreciate you. Alicia Jordan said, "What's up to NYC King?" NYC King said, "Hola, mommy, more Mrs. Lady." New Jersey Nomad in the building. That's what's up, New Jersey Nomad. Yeah, man, I went on StreamYard like you said. Okay. Bamboo said, "I'm a woman." Tony said, "Are you from?" Loving Tell. NYC King said, "Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. Not a problem." Peter Carter said, "Good day, PhillyDom. Big up, my brother. Straight up, Peter Carter, man, from Belize is in the house, without a doubt. He'll be back in a minute. Moshe just got to take care of something. Oh, he's ready. Good afternoon, Philly. Good to see you, my friend. Great job of discussions. We need this. Yes, indeed. Here we go.
All right, guys. So I was telling PhillyDom, sí, ponela allá atrás en la cocina, atrás. I was telling Philly that if we keep this up, he can control these blogging in Sosua, because all of the blogging you see is about women and abusing women. Now, I'm not judging anybody. They have to eat, and we got our feelings. People got their feelings. They got to do what they got to do. But we're trying to do something positive to help you guys. So I was telling him this can be really good for our community and for our people. So that's what we're going to start doing. So I was telling you now about diabetes, according to science, because you always hear you have diabetes, but nobody told you why. Nobody broke it down for you, so you just eat whatever you want and think you can get away with it. So like I was saying, if your blood volume is 5 or 7 liter, there's only according to what this doctor says, a certain amount of sugar that can circulate in that system before the pancreas will kick in and release insulin to help to clear it out, to bring the body back to a balanced equilibrium of 100. Okay? Yesterday, when the brother said to me, or the day before, that you insulin resistant, do you know what that means? He's using words, no disrespect to you, my brother, but when I speak, I like you to understand what it is that I understand. So what is insulin resistance? It's, for me, my understanding of insulin resistance is over the years of eating all of these carbohydrates and these sugars and all of these things that you eat and drink. All of these things that you eat, right? After a while, it's going to catch up to you. Okay? So you're eating your cookies and this and that and all of that stuff. Weight is coming. And it's no joke. Because just bear this in mind. Whatever your blood volume is, there's only a certain amount of sugar that the body can hold before the insulin kicks in. There's a level. Okay? After it goes up above 100, the insulin will kick in. And what will happen also is after it reached 100, or if it goes to 150, what's going to happen is the body is going to try to store it into fat cells or into the liver. That's where fatty liver comes in. That's why you will have people that has fatty liver diseases and they don't drink alcohol. So all people, the science is discovering that now. I didn't have the time to bring you all my proof because we just want to get this program going. So everything I tell you, I'm going to use their science to show you that fatty liver, just because you're a vegetarian doesn't mean you can't get fatty liver. If you eat a lot of carbohydrates, you're at risk. Now, everything that you eat, your body has to break it down. The liver has to work. Like I told you, it's one of the most important organs in the body. Your liver has to break it down. So if all this sugar is in your blood and the volume is only 7 liters, and at 100, so if 100 is the neutral point, just for example, no matter what blood volume you have, and your blood sugar goes past that, the body is going to work twice as hard to bring that sugar to the level where it's balanced. Now, again, this is natural on their websites, okay? So the body's going to bring that to that level. So eating this as high sugar, high carbohydrates, rice, bread, all of this thing over the years, one day you're going to have what they call insulin resistant because the insulin is not in function no more. Your pancreas, no matter how much the pancreas will release insulin, but it won't be enough to clean the bloodstream. That's my statements have not been approved by the FDA, so just remember that.
Just his opinions.
Just my opinion.
And what he went through in his
and
life.
What I went through, and some of the information that's online you can find. So if you have diabetes, that's all it is. Okay, that's it. But some of you, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, all of that is the same thing. It comes down to what we are accustomed to, and a lot of people, you can't touch their food. They like to eat a certain amount of food, and you can't tell them nothing. Like my friend Ryan that I was helping. Mm-hmm. I helped Ryan. I hope he would get the message to chime in and tell you guys what's up. I helped Ryan to come from, I think, 200, he's going to tell you, at Philly's weight to 175. All right? But because he was not following my instruction, I stopped helping him because I knew what I was doing. When I gave him the test stick, tell him to bite, to prick, and tell me his blood sugar, I would know if he's cheating because I know when your blood sugar goes up, your blood sugar don't go up for no reason. Anytime your blood pressure and your blood sugar goes up, there is a reason. So jumping and taking pills and all of that, do you know what you're doing to your liver? Like the brother, like again, I'm not contradicting nobody. For example, if you go anywhere and they give you, say, here, take this, you have high blood pressure, and you don't address the cause, it's only time before you have to pay the piper. I'm telling you, I had a friend who had diabetes, high blood pressure. He would listen to me. We would go to the auction in New York, and we would sit at IHOP, and he would eat all these pancakes with all this syrup on it and all these things. And I said, and butter. I said, no, how are you eating that, brother? Yeah. And you have high blood. And he just pops his pill. Because that was an escape. That was a way for him to enjoy the food that the Most High forbid you to eat. And he died of a heart attack. So don't think that just because the doctor giving you, or you're getting all these remedies, you're going to be okay.
Okay. So you got to change your diet completely.
Of course. How else is going to happen? Death and life is here. And health is here. I learned that because I'm struggling, and that's why I have so much information, because I don't play. That's why I have so much, and I found out so much about my health and other people's health. This is why, let me show you the stones that the doctor told me could not come out of my body. When I went to the doctor after they did their thing on me, did I show you the stones?
There they go, guys. They can see it clear as day.
You see, though, that's just
right there. There you go. They can see it.
That's just some of them that I was able to get out of my body, and I'm going to just give you an idea, okay? So I was a healthy, so-called healthy eater. Nobody ate healthier than me. But what was going on that causes these things to happen? I call them the angels of death, because I told you guys the other day there was a doctor, an Ayurvedic doctor that I followed and studied some stuff under him, that said in his 30 years of practice, the CDC registered in one research, I don't remember how long ago, don't quote me, 48,000 different diseases. And he said all of them was contributing to one thing. All of these diseases from the stones that I just showed you. Where are these stones? For me to know, you can find out. And I will help you when we do the other programs coming up. But I just want you to know, all of you have it, whether you're a vegetarian or not. That's the angel of death that the Most High put in your body because he warned you. He said, know ye not that your body is a temple and the spirit of the Most High dwells in you. I'm not a Christian. I'm just telling you, I've been reading the Bible from when I was a baby. I'm not going to throw it out because I found a lot of information in it that leads me to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And why? Because it's not sexual promiscuity that destroys you. It's what you put in your mouth. And I learned that. If I give you an example, a lot of people big on fruits, right? Okay. Fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Do you know that the body processes fruit just like alcohol? The liver processes it, has no other way. So the liver, the pancreas does not know the difference between. People say, "Oh, give me brown sugar, give me honey, give me agave, give me dates." The liver, the body doesn't know the difference. These things bypass the normal channel, and the liver has to process it. and it's going to process it just like it processes alcohol. And after that happens, your liver is going to start to develop. Just to cut a long story short, I don't want to get too like I'm no doctor.
Okay.
You're going to have problems with your liver. That's what fatty disease is. Fatty liver disease is.
Well, okay. CMI said, "Peace, God. Appreciate you, TIY. I see you out there in New York."
Can an 80-year-old
Okay, yeah.
come
Arlene
back
Lace.
from a slight stroke, right side, and memory was? Of course, no problem. No, of course you can, brother or sister.
Sister, that's Arlene Wade.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
You know, of course you can. All right, of course you can. That's why I told you we want to do this fundraiser because we can help a lot of these people.
Yeah, that's true.
All they have to do is help us help other people. I'm not gonna tell them, give me the normal stuff that I charge. We're just gonna set up a program and we're gonna give each one depending on how much they donate to that cause.
Okay.
And we help them. Yes, of course, my love, we can do that.
Not a problem. And then Teddy said, "Hey guys, great topic. Medication for my high blood pressure last year and just turned 60. What can I do?" From Atlanta, Florida. He's taking medication for his high blood pressure, but he wants to know something else
Yeah.
he can take.
Okay.
Alternative.
What you can do in the meet? What's his name?
Teddy. Hadley.
What's it? Okay, Teddy Hadley. What you can do in the meantime, Teddy, while you're on your medication, don't get off your medication because I don't have enough information to give you any medical advice. Again, what I would suggest is you change your diet. And only you know what you're eating. So can you give us an example of what you have for breakfast, lunch, dinner? Give us an example. We'll read here. We'll respond. We'll respond.
And then you guys know you can chime in.
You can chime in and
talk because I'm on StreamYard, so you can actually come in and talk on the live as well. Let me send you guys the link again. That's the link right there. Okay, put it in there. K. May said that Jamaican food is high in sodium, which equals high blood pressure.
You see, okay, now what did I say when somebody asked me about what Jamaican food is such and such? What did I say? You remember?
Yeah, he said he cooked his food a little different.
Didn't I say it depends on who's cooking it? And
yes.
Didn't I also say that I have changed from the status quo?
You said that.
My question is done.
He answered that. But sometimes
that was answered in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but
you probably came late.
Maybe came late. Yeah, but he cooks this different.
But all foods, listen, I don't think that's such an intelligent comment. Because you know what? Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. No disrespect. That's an error in ignorance, that comment. Because all foods that you eat, everything you eat is high in sodium. So just to say Jamaican food, I don't think that's a fair comment. All of that. And that is why in America we have, how much percent? I forgot. The percentage
obesity,
of people,
like 80,
obesity and high blood pressure is because the amount of sodium that's in the food. Not Jamaican food. Jamaican food don't have much salt. American food have more salt in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Go research it. You go research it.
Okay,
because we have a different status quo with our food now. Okay? Jamaican people are very conscious of what they're eating. I think one of the burger chain went to Jamaica and they shut it down. Nobody would go there and eat.
Oh, wow.
They created their own fast food. Okay? So not Jamaican food high in sodium, my love. American, European, those are the foods that kill you. And you can see it when you go into the supermarket to buy it. Where do you buy your food? If you have a farm in the back of your yard, then you're good. But if you don't and you have to get the food from the octopus, you're not no different. That's the truth.
Hear that?
That's the truth. When you go to Walmart or I don't even remember some of them, all of these food places, and you go and you pull out a box. You know why they put sodium and high fructose corn syrup? Because these things are preservative. And it doesn't do anything for you. It has a taste that you like. You know? So sodium is everywhere, my love. Everywhere. Not in just Jamaican food.
Everywhere. You hear that, guys?
Especially Chinese food that you guys like to buy because it's cheap. And it tastes good. Why? MSG and sodium. I don't cook with salt, by the way. I just put natural seasoning on it. And if I'm gonna give you an alternative to sodium, celery.
Celery. Wow. Why
You,
celery?
because celery is a high sodium content, even though it's a hybrid plant. I'm not taking people away from this thing because it's difficult. I find celery is high in sodium.
Okay.
Not the plant celery, very high in sodium. So you can get celery, um, not the salt, not the celery salt, but the celery powder. And you can also get dulse flakes. Dulse flakes because it's rich in calcium, has a lot of minerals in it, and you can sprinkle it over your food. Dulce, remember that.
Okay.
Go ahead, guys.
All right. Then we got Tony says stress is our people's number one killer.
Okay. Thank you for that. We're learning. Thank you for your beautiful opinion, my brother Tony.
Then said he played in the NFL. Have you played in the NFL?
Say what?
Have you played in a national football league?
Who?
You.
Me. I just said he was my customer.
Yeah.
I wish I did. I would have some cash. No, he was my customer. Who said that? Robert?
Yeah, somebody.
I don't. I never. No, I don't play in NFL. I was a champion bodybuilder.
Oh, right here. This.
Oh, Christopher.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christina.
No, I don't play in NFL. Never did. I'm a natural bodybuilder champion.
Okay, Tracy Porter was in the NFL. He was a beast.
Oh yeah, that was my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy. His therapist. They all used to come as a crew. If I knew, I would have found a photo and show it to you with Tracy in my spot. The next program, I'm gonna show you Tracy.
That's cool.
So I get lots of guys. And by the way, guys, my restaurant is the #1 restaurant in Sosua.
You hear that? It's the #1.
5 stars. And you know what people do? They would go on there and give me bad reviews to bring me down. But I know how to get rid of it with TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor already know my style. Wow. So they would remove it. Some of them. Most of them they removed. Wow. So people used to hate on me and go there and put negative reviews, and they never even come to my place to eat. They used to come and ask me for weed. Listen, guys, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol and none of that. I'm not against it. I just don't do it. It's not for me. If you do it, no problem. I don't have a problem.
I got a question. So people that drink a lot or drink
Mm-hmm.
more than average, you got people that some people
Of
are
course.
just they might go to a function, they might drink a wine or something.
Yeah.
Does that affect your high blood pressure too?
Yes, that can affect your blood pressure.
That can affect your blood pressure.
It definitely will affect your blood pressure.
And is it good to work out? Like
Of course.
Some people, what would you say is a good workout? Like for a guy that's not in shape, that's trying to lose weight, somebody like me.
Okay.
How many times a week do you think I
I'd
should
say
work out?
3 times a week.
3 times.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's basic because you have to give the body a chance to recover. When you exercise, you break down tissue, you break down fiber. Did we show them once the pictures?
No. Sure.
When you exercise, you have to, before I get into it, this is Natural Bodybuilding, okay? One of the magazines that I was in is 2 of them. I never take steroids. This is 2. I have many. I can't bring them all. So I'm going to show you a picture of me so you know I'm not just talking out of my head. All right? Exercise is awesome. Okay, look. Can you see it?
Yes.
You see that?
Something like that.
If you can get a good shot of it.
Yeah, they can see it. Man.
Okay? That's me when I injured my knees. I used to put 2 45-pound plates on each side and do 30 reps. And I never took drugs. 30 reps for squats. Then after that, I would do 3 sets of 20. There was a science behind that. Don't try it. Do not try that. I'm telling you. All right. And right after that, I had to compete in this show, and I won the overall show. And then after that, I went to the IFBB versus Canada, the America versus Canada in the IFBB National Championship.
Okay.
That's when Jim Mannion, which was the president of the IFBB at the time, he spoke to me and they told me, you have excellent physique, you are shredded, but you're going to need vitamins. And by that, I know what he meant. So I didn't go that route. I had another friend, everybody who know Orville Burke, who was big bodybuilding champion, Kai Green, all those guys I used was not in my class. And if you see them now, Orville Berg, after I, started taking steroids, he ripped a tricep muscle, he had a stroke, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if he's dead or he's alive. But I saw all that. The Most High blessed me with things. I didn't want fame that bad. They wanted it. So this is why I didn't go further and take drugs. I figured if I couldn't do it naturally, I'm not going to do it at all. By the way, my best years of bodybuilding was when I was eating without taking vitamins and protein. Remember that.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Then Robert Mack said, Philly, what's up, man? What's going on, Robert Mack? How you doing? And then Pollard said, some will diagnose you as diabetic, but your medication, you won't even know about it.
That is true. But we can't speculate and conjecture because we can't accuse anybody of anything. We don't want to go there. But that's possible.
Then we have Salmon. Big Ray says Salmon has less mercury.
I really don't know. I don't have a lab to check. I don't know. I can't tell you that. And that's not my area of expertise. Right. But I know that salmon eats the algae in the river or the ocean or wherever they go. And that's why they talk about omega fatty acid. It's just terms they're using to get control of how you think. Because what is omega fatty acid? Like I said, guys, everything in life, in nature, has an electronic or an atomic weight. If you study biology, you will know that. If you study chemistry, you will know that. People tell me, the biggest word now is protein, just like melanin and black. Oh, those are, okay? Show me the atomic weight of protein. Oh, some plants have a certain amount of protein. Okay, so what? Okay, I'll give you an example.
Oh, you're going to show you something.
I'm giving you an example. The indigo plant. I'm going to find it while we're talking. It has a carbon atom of 15, a hydrogen atom of 10, and I think an oxygen atom of 2. Indigo plant, look it up. Look it up right now. It's very dark. It's dark till it's blue. So, why is that? Okay, now, you ever hear the term Indian? Indian just means dark. That means the more carbon you have in your body, the darker you are, not melanin. What is the subatomic particle or their particles or the atomic weight for that? You can't be a scientist and can't show that to the world or show that to me. There's a science that I'm not an expert, but that's my common sense. I'm just telling you my common sense. And remember my disclaimer. Not approved by nobody. This is just Moshe's words. So if the indigo, back in the days, when the Europeans first set foot on this part of the world, they didn't speak our language. They had their own language. So what you're speaking now, what they call English, it's an equivocal language. Equivocal means to deceive. You can take you can take one word and it has 10 different meanings. But what is the real meaning of the word? In Greek, there is 4 different words for death. You want to know why the Bible is so confusing? Because it was translated or copied in Greek. 4 different words for death, right? In English, only 1. So when Paul says, you must read and put things aside and wait for the Most High to give you knowledge. Don't read and form your own opinion. When Paul says, I die daily, what was he talking about? How can you die daily and you're still walking around talking? You see what I'm saying, guys? So that's just to give you an idea that when you look at these things and you read something online, like, do you know how to use a dictionary? When you read something online, do you know how or what you're reading? There's such a thing called reading and comprehension. When I was in school, in the British system, they taught us, they give us a book to read and they say, you have a comprehension class. And that comprehension class was more important than what you read because they want to see how much you could comprehend. Now, I see a lot of vlogs and I see a lot of stuff on Facebook. And I would write something on Facebook and people would respond to me out of nothing that has anything to do with what I say. You know what it tells me? They cannot read. Just because you can pick up a piece of paper and read what's on it doesn't mean you can read. And if you can't read, you cannot understand and you cannot comprehend nothing, and you will always be fighting with people and be angry. When you look at a word, when you look at a dictionary, you look in a word, the meaning of that word is in the brackets. Sociologists, when they're doing research, they pick up a book or pick up a dictionary, they find a word in the brackets, it says circa Egypt or whatever, 1928 plasma, and you go look up that word. That's it, and they don't go no further. Anything outside of those brackets is linear entry. I'm giving you third grade education because most of you out there, you graduated from the high school in America and you can't even use a dictionary. So those things are important. When you look at words, be careful what you're telling other people. So back to the indigo. Indigo, okay, there's a tribe in India. They call them the black to the blue, also in Africa. When you look at them, and the reason they took this out of the context of biology and put in words for you to get used to is because there is something to do with carbon. They don't want you to get used to they don't want you to get used to one thing, knowing that the carbon is one of the most important stuff in your life. And a lot of you people out there, especially you Caribbean, you bleaching your skin, you straightening out your hair. I'm straying from the subject a little bit, but this is a general topic.
Hold on one second.
Go ahead, brother.
We got Steve. Thank you for the $10 super chat.
Thank you, Steve.
He said peace and blessings. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. We're gonna do it again for that.
Oh yeah. Okay, you can keep going. Yeah.
Okay. So the color of dark black people bleaching their skin because they feel why do you bleach your skin? Are you not happy with the creator, what the creator give you? You're bleaching your skin and you're doing so. This is why there's so much diseases amongst our community, because you go ahead and you bleach your skin. Why? And you don't even know what you're doing. I seen things on YouTube or on the internet where people bleach their skin and they break vein, blood vessels, and they bleed to death. Okay? But you don't realize that the carbon that you have is a blessing. It's a blessing, not melanin. Carbon. The darker you are, the more carbon you have. Do you know that they were doing experiments with those things?
Wow.
And what they found? What they found? So everybody has a certain amount of carbon. There's also a race of people on this earth. I'm not going to say who or what, but there's a gland called the Thymus Gland. And I'm going to show you how there's information out there to confuse you. The Thymus Gland, and how a lot of the information that you're seeing online is there to deceive you. The Thymus Gland is a gland that's somewhere in the neck area, this area. There's a race of people that loses that gland at 8 years old. They don't have it. But on the internet, if you look it up, they give you a different information. They say, oh, we lose it at 8 years old. Somebody's calling me? Oh, I can't talk to this. He loses it at 8 years old. Now, that gland is responsible for empathy, sex drive, and all kinds of stuff. All right? That gland is also the people that has carbon. Okay, by the way, there's another mineral that they took out of the American diet. It's iron. Why? Because the darker you are, the more iron you need to maintain that. Okay, guys? Remember that. All right.
All right. Somebody said Robert Mack, my friend, said distilled water. Is that good?
No, you can just drink spring water. Don't get complicated. Keep your life simple. I remember when I was in Jamaica as a boy, and we used to go to the farm with my family. We used to have water springing up from the earth, and that's what we used to take a leaf and drink from. Those people had no toxic. Those people lived to 110, 120. So all these different chemicals that they're putting into these waters and turning them into something else. Distilled water is not a part of nature. It's something they make in a lab. They boil the water and collect the ionized drops of water and make it. You don't need all that. Your body don't care. Don't know the difference.
Wow.
Your body doesn't care. Just need fluid. Something I want to point out. One of my customers, while we spoke about fluid, it's amazing it coming up. One of my customers, I love him. Love you, brother. After the first show, he sent me something about water. When I said 98% of the human body is water. He said, no, he sent me something saying it's 60. All right. I didn't argue with him. I tried to tell him that, and he says scientific people agree on this and that. I'm not going to go in. I don't want to waste time with it. I just want to show you a dichotomy in science that I see from my own common sense. Okay? And he says that 60%, according to this, what he downloaded off the internet says. And everything he was telling me was what the internet says. Because everything we know is coming from two sources, what we was told or what we've read. The third aspect of knowledge is never part of the equation, which is the knowledge that comes from the Creator that gives you to know, to understand, and to see for yourself. If I ask you 1 + 1 equals how much? You know what? You're going to say 2. And if I ask you, how do you know that? You won't be able to tell me because it's what you know, what you see. What should the answer be? I'm not going to tell you. But here's what they said. Here's what the other research that I found just to show him to see if he was thinking said. He sent me something that said 60% and animals, just like the brother the other day said, we're not animals, blah, 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 blah. But yet still, every research they do, they use animals. So here he goes. It says water, right? Human body, 60%. And this is coming from medical news. People, I want you to do this equation for me and tell me what you come up with. It says 60% of the human body is water, right? Now, it says here, the brain has 80 to 85% water. The kidneys has 80 to 85% water. The heart has 75 to 80% water. Hear me good, guys, because they're saying that he's sending me something saying that the human body has 60% of the. See, these are the people who want attention. We're trying to do something. Okay. So back to the top again, because so the water. Talk about something else till they leave because I want to say this.
Hold on 1 second,
and they
guys.
just want to get some attention.
Hold on,
guys, we get back to that.
We
till
got
those people leave.
they walking by.
We got some people walking by saying some stuff.
Yeah. Marble said baking soda is very good for many times.
They left before you read his stuff. So back to the water. My friend sent me this. I love him. And I wanted to show him the dichotomy of what he said because he get it offline. He didn't get it from his own research. He got it from line. It says water, 60% of the human body. This is coming from medical news. You see it right here? Yes. I wrote it. You can look it up. It says the brain has 80 to 85% water. The kidney have 80 to 85% water. The heart have 75 to 80% water. The lungs, 75 to 80. The muscles, 70 to 75. The skin, the teeth. Now, put all these numbers together. What percentage do you get? Do you get 60?
More than that.
Okay, thank you. And he couldn't even see it. That's why I don't argue with people, because there is an outright deception, a sorcery in society. They're casting a spell on you, and you don't know. There's a spell being cast on you every day through the news, through what you read, through what you see every day. And this is one of them. Because here it is again. It comes from medical news. It says water, 60% of the human body. But then on the bottom it says the brain has 80 to 85%. The kidney has 80 to 85%. The heart has 75 to 80%. The lungs, and it goes on. Now, when I do that number, maybe I'm not understanding. I'm not getting 60%. There's another research that says, there's another one that says, Thought.com says water range from 45 to 75% molecules in human body. So you know what I'm saying? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So guys, the reason I'm telling you this is that your whole body is liquid. From my understanding. Because when you look at biology, everything is set in water. Everything, or else it wouldn't be of any use to the body. The body can't use it. Look at a baby. A baby is sitting in fluid, right? But nothing is solid in this life. The only solid stuff, even the rocks, they're not solid. But we're talking about your body right now. So put that together. So don't argue too much with people because they can't see their own contradiction. Okay, go ahead. You were
Okay.
saying something
Yeah,
about.
Marble said baking soda is very good for many things. I use it to brush my teeth and to kill germs and bacteria.
Okay, do you know why that is? Because it's very high in pH, potential hydrogen. It's not a natural form of pH. It's not from nature. They make it, but it's yes. I use it for certain things. By the way, I find, listen to what I said. Me, Mosha, not the FDA, not no doctor. This statement is not being approved by the FDA or any doctor. This is my own. Okay. You know when you get an indigestion, a heartburn, what I used to do, take a little teaspoon of baking soda, put in a glass. I put in a glass of apple cider vinegar. That acts like, the Tums that you get that fizz, the same thing. I used to use that and boom, go away. It may not work for everybody, but that was one of my little tricks. I'm giving you tricks from my experience, guys.
Okay, Richardson said, Philly, what is Moshe's business number? What's your business number?
My business?
Your business number.
Oh,
they want to reach out to you.
Okay,
They wanna call you.
okay. 829. Put it up there. Put it on the screen.
So plus
Text
one.
me. Yeah.
Plus
829.
plus one. I guess is it 1-829
858
858
69
69
71.
71.
Yeah, that's me. That's my WhatsApp.
All right, finally. Motion.
Got it? Yeah, text me, brother. Just text me.
Him. It's there.
You're gonna put it in the link so you will find.
Y'all can put it in the link too. Big Ray said you cannot pH all the time. You need a little acid to break down the foods.
Okay. Well, okay, that's his opinion. He's entitled to it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask you a question. What does acid do?
I know it burns and eats.
So okay, these are opinions that I don't like to address, but this one is so haphazard it doesn't make no sense. When you make a statement, you must back that statement up. Okay? There's different kinds of acid. There's hydrochloric acid, yes, that the body produces. That is good. But the acid that you're getting from the food that you're eating is not good to break. That acid, I'm going to show you why a lot of our people is miseducated. What does he say? Read it again.
He said, what did he say? Big Ray said you cannot pH all the time. You need a little acid to break down foods.
Well, actually, what does that mean? Explain before I answer you. Oh, he's asking a question, or he's
saying you cannot pH all the time.
It sounds like he's making a statement.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like he's asking us nothing.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, you hear that? You just read it. Now, when you talk to anybody at all, you will catch them into their error if you know what you're listening to. What he just said is so general, it makes no sense. Now, if you want me to respond, I will. If not, because it's not worth responding to. Only if you guys want me to respond to it. Do you want me to respond?
You respond to him.
All right.
Big J is cool. I mean,
Big J okay, Big J, power out to you, my
Big
brother.
Ray, yeah, Big Ray is cool.
Big Ray. Big Ray. I don't know if you are an enemy of common sense or a friend of it. The statement you just made is very general for me, so I don't know where to attack it. But I'm going to say one thing. The acid that the body uses, for example, to break down food is called hydrochloric acid, something to that effect, right? That's what the body produces when you take something in your mouth, breaks it down. That's the body's acid. If you take acid from an outside source and put it in your body, you know what happens to your body? Do you know? Acid is not good. Not good. So don't make that statement. I'm going to tell you in the case of sickle cell. And I'm going to tell you what happens to a lot of diseases. You know about Dr. Sadie, right? Go listen to him. And then you will see what I'm talking about. But before Dr. Sadie came on the scene, there was a person that put out a book that Dr. Sadie read that I had privy to, that I saw. And they were touting the pH balance method. All right? They were touting that. And why? Because Sickle cell, like I said before, the cells are organized in a sac. All right. If you look at them under a microscope, they look like this. They're in a circle. In that cell contains a stuff in it. Okay, contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and I think nitrogen or not one of those. But the three main ones, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Now, the acid that you talk about that we need, when you have a buildup of acid in your body over the years, what happens? What you do to the liver, what you do to your heart. Okay, what happens with that is the free radicals, what they call free radicals, that acid become a free radicals. The mucus and the acid attacks that cell because it's running around in the bloodstream. It has no place to go. It has no function. It doesn't have a contract with the body. Acid does not have a contract with the human body except the one it produced in your stomach to digest your food. You don't need to put it in there. God already made it there for you. So when you tell us, that is misinforming our people, and I don't think that's cool to do, because acid that you take and put into your body cannot be good. So what is the sickle cell in science? So the carbon atom, hydrogen atom, and the other ones. The free radicals, which is the acid you spoke about, and the mucus, those attack the cell, okay, and breaks that cell. And because it breaks it, two of those atoms or whatever, my brain is a little scattered, escape. The carbon and the hydrogen escape, or the hydrogen and the carbon and atom, they escape. And so then what happens if it's open, then it looks like this. It was a circle, and now it looks like this. If you can see that. You see that little drawing I made? Mm-hmm. It was a circle before, now it looks like this because it broke, and now you only have what they call a C. So imagine those inside the bloodstream like this. They look something, don't quote me guys, I'm just giving you what I understand from the study that I've done. They look something like that. So they can't move. They can't go anywhere. So they form a lump. And you get swelling. And you get clogged. And it can clog your arteries. It can clog your heart. And you can have a heart attack. That's why it is so dangerous. I was able, with the help of the Most High, get rid of that for a little boy 6 years old. The family can't thank me enough. They used to take him to the hospital every so often to clean his blood to get those acid out. Now he don't have it no more. All I did was go to the store and buy him something from the store and make it for them for 3 weeks and show them how to do it. Now he don't have it no more. So don't tell us on this forum that acid, with that statement, you must educate our people, brother. Please, I don't have a problem with somebody bring new information, but don't make statements like that. That's why I don't talk to too many people. Because they go off what they see online and acid is good. But how can acid be good? Like, keep eating it then. You're gonna find out later.
So it ain't good like that.
Keep eating it.
Large said salmon is great for you. I try to have it 3 times a week.
That's fine, brother. That's fine. Eat your salmon. It's healthy because they're eating algae and you're not getting enough because you don't know where to buy it. So I'm not against anything.
Brad said cheers. E. Bell said hit that like button.
Yeah, guys, come on. We don't see no like, man.
Oh, Arlene Way said everything in moderation.
But that's a statement that can be dangerous. Yeah. Because if you're eating certain things in moderation for 80 years, one day it's going to catch up to you. Yeah, so not everything in moderation, yes, but you have to eat the right stuff.
They asking for your phone number again.
Okay, put it up again.
Yeah, so
did you put it in?
I put it up already.
Okay.
Maybe I should put it as
there.
Yeah, I put it over there.
Put it right there so they can see it.
Let me go back.
Oh, okay.
No, it's there.
It's there.
But
829.
I'll just write it again and put it over there. Yeah, they want your number. Why they all asking?
829.
Okay, so it's +1
829
829
858
858
69
6971.
71. Got it, guys?
Okay, I'm gonna put it right here.
Mosha'S Reaggae Lounge, Dominican Republic. I'm not a doctor, guys. Remember that. Go to your doctor. I'm making that disclaimer. All right. And if whatever I said to you, don't listen to me. Go run it by your doctor.
6971, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
829
Right there.
858. Yes.
There they go. Clint Anderson said, "Great guest you have there, PhillyDom. Thank you, man."
Thank you.
It's in Mercedes. Who is Mosha? They went over here. Some people just came on. So
I know. That's right. We tell them.
Yeah.
Mosha. Okay. Let me give you a little background. I don't have a degree hanging on the wall because I'm going to give you an example. When the son of the Most High, Yahushua, was speaking at certain age in the temple, and he was teaching people and healing people, all of those Pharisees and wicked people said, well, who is this man? How come he's doing all this having never learned? Right? So I didn't go to school. I went to school for other things, not for this. I went to school for some things in this, and I have been a bodybuilder. First of all, I used to live in the States 30 years. I got tired. It's a long story. But I was a bodybuilder for over 30 years. Food and nutrition, a champion bodybuilder, eat healthy, study food and nutrition, all of that stuff, study herbs. All right. I ate nothing but those things. All right. So I decided at one point that when I got up one morning and I wanted something natural, I realized that what I was living amongst in the jungles of the octopus was not natural. And when I see that, when I look across the street, there is a box waiting for me with something I can get for 5 minutes. It wasn't natural. Makes me sick, make my heart big problem. Sodium, full of sugar. I just decided, even if I have to go live in the poorest country in the world, I'm not staying in America anymore. I love America. I'm an American citizen too. And Jamaican. So I love it, but for me and those of you out there, you need to travel. That's who I am. I'm nobody. I'm just like you. I'm just the type of person who has been gifted from my youth. When I was when I was a baby, I could look at any portrait and sketch that portrait without reading a book. When I was 7 years old, 7 or 8 years old, my mom took me to the Jamaica School of Art in Jamaica to enter, and they told my mom I was too young. I cannot be an artist because I have to paint other people. My portfolio was better than any top-notch artist, and I never went to school. My uncle won $20 from somebody one time because he told him he couldn't paint that. So everything I do, it's an art in it. My food, everything is art, and it was given to me. It's my talent that was given to me as a gift. I healed this little boy of sickle cell anemia, and I never went to school. I saved their family thousands of dollars. Other people that I've helped. I wish Ryan would jump in. I wish my other friend would jump in. I have a friend now that his son has eczema. He's battling with his wife to get it naturally done. I don't know if I want to say that, but I'm trying to help him. So yeah, that's a lot of people I help. So yeah, that's who I am. Mosha is just another brother.
Okay, JM said, can you ask your boy what does he recommend? Lifting weights or calisthenics? What do you recommend?
Lifting weights is better.
It's better than running.
Yes. Better than running or calisthenics. What did he say?
Yeah. Calisthenics.
He said calisthenics. Lifting weights is better. And it depends on what you want to accomplish. What are you trying to accomplish in your training? What do you want to do? Because if you want to build muscle, you have to lift. I can explain to you how muscles is built, and you see if that works for you.
We got somebody trying to chime in. Clinton, we see you, Clinton.
Clinton!
Let's let him in.
What's up, brother?
You in, Clinton?
Blessed love, Clinton.
Hey, Philly.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you, my brother. Where you from, Africa? Are you in Africa?
No, I'm from Guyana.
Guyana.
Oh, Guyana. We're
Guyana.
seeing people,
It's
brother.
right, man.
We're the same. So let's hear something from you, my brother. The
I'm coming to
dreadlock.
your
Yes,
country
I
one
was.
day.
Yeah, you coming?
Come to your country one day soon.
Yeah,
One of these days soon, I'll come there.
yeah.
Okay.
So how can
Great,
we help?
great man, Musa. Great man. You're a great man, man.
Well, thank you for the compliment, but I think the spirit that lives within me is greater. He's also in you. He's
Thank you.
also
Thank you.
he's also in you. And what I advise you to do is you don't need to kill yourself studying. Just do what you like to do and do it with love for people. Don't never do anything to make money. If you do it to make money, you will fail because the Most High will not be there for you. You'll be dependent on your own intellect.
Yes,
Ask
that's a,
gentlemen,
that's
ask sit me down right
that's
here. The food that I make, and I never went to school to learn. He teaches me.
okay.
All the glory and the power belongs to him, to the Most High. Call him whatever you want, but there's a power inside of you that when you breathe, you're breathing his breath. You ever hear they say there's a statement in the Bible that nobody knows how to interpret. It says God created man in his own image. And people say,
Yeah,
oh,
that's true.
so he says, oh, we're gods. No, that's not what it is. Image is just simply this. If you look at the word image, right? Image can
Yeah.
mean many things. So your soul is like a mirror, okay? And it reflects what is in front of it. So it reflects, but with more spiritual genetics. Your soul is like a mirror. So if somebody curse you and call you a dog, it reflects it and it holds it in the mirror. When you walk away, you see the image of that person calling you a dog, and you try to deal with that in your mind. You see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
the image, the breath that you breathe is not your own. If it
Yeah.
was your own, when it's time for you to walk away from it, you could stop it. It's a loan from the Most High.
Yeah.
Nothing you do is your own. So you have that power within you. There is another thing that I read that the Odes of Solomon, and it says, no door is closed unto me because I am that door. And simply, if you just realize your potential does not come from your own self. There's a school of thought, people walking around, you are God. You ain't no damn gods. You ain't no gods. Those people are talking their gods. Pooey for that. The power that is within you, that is the God they're talking about. The life source that created all things. It says in Isaiah 45, verse 7, it says, I formed light and I create darkness. In Deuteronomy, it says, I wound and I heal. I, the Lord, do all these things. He said, let the rich man not glory in his riches, nor the mighty man his strength, but let him that glory knowing this. Go read it for
Yeah.
yourself. So I use those as examples of how I should live. So it humbles me. So I can't take credit. The most times when I get help is when I back out of the way and I say, you know what, do whatever you want. I'm going to tell you how I got this location here. I lost my place on the beach. I've been there for 11 years, right?
Sosua Beach.
Sosua Beach. That's where I
Dominican
started, Dominican Republic. And the lady that was the landlord, she sold the building and didn't tell me. In this country, the law is perfect. It's beautiful law. She was gonna get into a lot of trouble. So we had a lawsuit against her. Long story short, I had to leave. I didn't lose. I had to
Okay.
leave the beach. So after months, just before the COVID, after months, 6 months of not working, I decided, I said, I can't go back to America. The little cash I have to use to pay bills, yada, yada, yada. And one day I went home and I said,
Hold on 1 second.
go ahead.
Mercedes Amo said, I need to find out, because she gave a $6 super chat.
Okay.
She said, I need to find out from the Most High what I should be doing. How do I do that?
What she should be doing?
Yeah, because she don't know what she wants to do with her life. So she wants to find out.
Okay, I'm going to give her the synopsis, but tell her to text me. Okay, what you need to do with your life. Find out. I think you're confused. It's not that you don't know what to do. You have too many things going on. You have a faceless phantom in your brain that's speaking to you. And that faceless phantom comes from the society around you. They're telling you, oh, go to school, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a nurse, be this and that. And it's conflicting with the natural talent It's conflicting with the genius that you have waiting to unfold. Because this creator, it wants to create through you, but you doubt yourself. And because you're doubting yourself, you have a quandary. So you don't know which direction to go. But hit me up. I'll help you with that. It's not difficult.
Yeah, I saw Philly have your WhatsApp.
You have my WhatsApp.
Yeah, you have his WhatsApp
Philly,
now.
yeah, Philly put up
Is
your
that you
WhatsApp.
asking that question?
Yeah, he's asking you.
Okay, good.
Yes, it's
829
828-691.
So
you want Moshe WhatsApp or my WhatsApp? What WhatsApp do you want?
Okay, I'll WhatsApp him.
Oh, okay, he's on WhatsApp.
So you said that you don't know what to do with your life, right? That was your question.
No, that was somebody else.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Somebody else said that.
All right, so that's fine.
Mercedes said that.
Tell
So
Mercedes
yes,
to give me a shout, and
you can hit him up on WhatsApp.
Hit me up on WhatsApp, and I talk to you some more because what I think is happening, Mercedes. No, you don't go. You wait.
Hold on 1 second.
Mercedes, what I think is happening, it's like the same thing that happens to all of us. Inside of our brains, there's a faceless phantom that speaks, and we identify with that phantom because, like I was explaining to this gentleman before, the soul is like a mirror. I'm speaking in spiritual genetics. Nobody can tell me I'm practicing medicine. I am a spiritualist, okay? And this is my experience, right? The soul is like a mirror. If you stand in front of a mirror, whatever is in that mirror is going to reflect it. It's the same thing with spiritual genetics.
Okay.
So the society around you is reflecting the soul. It's not you. Your soul and you are two different things. It's like you're three people. So because all this is going on inside you, you doubt yourself. You doubt the real genius, which is the most ayah or creator inside you, who wants to create inside of you. You look around you and you see how he creates. He creates because Solomon says it. He says, why do you take one thought for what you shall eat or what you shall drink? He said, look at the lilies of the valley. They knew the toil, no reap, but yet the Most High clothed them. Okay? He said, how you have little faith. So what is he really saying? We've been taught to look at a physical man as the son of the creator, a Caucasian person, which came on the earth, on the scene a few years ago. Okay? He was not here before. Where did he come from? Okay? So we've been taught to look at that image as the God. So that image, because we've been pulled away from the source of life and love that we had when we was from the foundation of the world, we lost the way, and so now we look to that source for power and for energy and for everything. Even in Deuteronomy, it tells us, you shall go to your enemy for clothes, for food, for everything. It tells you that. Also, in the book of Revelation, break down something for you. The next program, you can remind me to bring it out and read it for you. It talks about the pale horse, and it gives you the pale horse of the apocalypse, right? The pale horse is right in front of you, and I'm going to give you a clue, right?
Yeah.
The pale horse is not something in the past or the future. The pale horse is right now, and speaking about a race or one person, a man that looked a certain way. He was given in one section in Revelation. Now, so I'm going to give you only that clue. The next time we will discuss that because I'll have the Bible to show it to you. It says, he was given a great sword. That was one of the horse. What is the sword? What is the great sword? That is your homework. When we come back, I want you guys to tell me what the sword is. Another scripture I want to show you, because I want you to interact with us. I don't want us to sit here and talk. We want you to share with us. Another scripture I'm going to share with you in Revelation to show you. It says this. It says, and I looked, and there was a throne set in heaven. I'm talking off the top of my head. And he that sat on the throne was to look upon as a jasper and a sardine stone. He's giving you the color of the person that was sitting on the throne in heaven. So I want you guys to look up jasper and sardine stone's photo and tell me what you get, and come back at us when we're ready the next program. And I'm going to show you how you have been educated out of your heritage and it's been stolen from you right in front of your eyes. And you have not been yourself. You don't even speak your own language. You're not even the language you were taught. You can't even speak it. You as a plural, folks. Okay? So look at that. Starting, I'm not going to go into the other one in Revelation. And I'm going to give you another example. The pale horse. It also says the pale horse. The pale horse. If you look at the council, you know what? I'm not going to give it away. I'll let you do your research and come back at us.
Okay, thank you for the time.
No problem, brother. We're going to open your eyes some more. Thank you for coming in, brother.
Let me tell him something else.
You want to tell you something?
I just subscribed to your channel just now.
Oh, Philly, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to subscribe. You subscribe to mine, Mosha'S Reaggae Lounge.
Subscribe to his channel.
Philly, I want that channel to blow up, man. Really want that
Mosha'S Reaggae Lounge.
I'll help you. I'm going to help you with that, man. I'll help you with that.
I can remember you said Maro started yours.
Yeah.
You started yours. Well, as Maro motivated
subscribe
me
to mine too.
Yeah. I'll help you, man. I'll help you. Hit me up on Instagram. And if you go to my community post, my phone number is there. My WhatsApp number is on my community post. Okay. So you can reach out to me on WhatsApp too.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up this thing because it's very positive.
So, Philly.
Yeah.
I'll text you on Instagram and you can hit me up back.
Okay, text me on Instagram, not a problem.
All right, and go subscribe to my channel too, Mosha'S Reaggae Lounge.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, man.
Thank you, brother. Blessed Lord.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
I got your back, man. I'm gonna help you, man.
We believe the Bible scriptures are divine. I believe it was written by men. Read that for me.
Okay. Do you believe that the Bible says scriptures are divine? I believe it was written by many men just like us, not God, not even sure there is a heaven, a throne, or pearly gates.
Well, I don't want to keep getting
like a different subject.
Yeah, it's a different subject. I don't want to keep getting off the subject, and I don't want to keep arguing with people. But what do you believe? Do you believe it's not real? Because there's people that says the Bible is the white man's book and it's devil and this and that. Throw it out. We study this African religion and that, but that's a belief. How do you know that that is correct? How do you know that what you're looking at when you look at? I give you an example. The hieroglyphs in Egypt.
Not arguing, trying to learn.
Okay, cool. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay, I'll give you an example. I believe there's a lot of things in the Bible that we need to take heed to. And don't throw it out. You need to read it and put it aside. Yes, it was written by a person just like everything else that you read. Everything you read was written by somebody. So the point is this. That is not where you should put your emphasis. You should put your emphasis on the power within you that gives you to understand what is written, to see if it's true or false. Don't take your information from somebody trying to ram things down your throat. I give you an example. The Egyptian hieroglyphics, right? I'm going to tell you a misguided information that our people is running away with.
Okay.
The Greeks was the one who write all of these books you've seen about Egypt was written by Greeks. But yet, they never spoke or didn't understand the language. So how can they write something they never understood? They cannot. They misrepresent a lot of things. I'll give you another example. If you look at some of the Egyptian hieroglyphics, they will show you a head of a bird and a man's body, and they tell you that this was the god of this that they used to worship. It's nonsense. That's not true. What they used to do when a child is born, I know this because this is what we studied. Part of my family, part of them has some Indian background. They call me Deva. Means an Indian deity. Okay, I know this because what they used to do when a child is born, they never named the child right away, just like we do now. You're gonna have a baby. Oh, I'm gonna call him Stefan, or I'm gonna call him Daquan. That's a sorcerer's name, and you don't even know. All these names you're naming your baby is sorcery, and you're putting a spell on your child. and taking him out of the spiritual genetics that the Creator has for him. So what they used to do when in the days when we have children was they used to wait on the children until the children's personality starts to form. And when the personality starts to form, they give it a name. So some child would behave like a tiger. Some child will behave like a dove. Some will behave like a fox. Some will behave like an eagle. Some would behave certain ways. So they would name that child after that particular animal or whatever. It's not because they know God. It's nonsense. And another thing, the Egyptians never wrote none of this language that you see. They used to, the history of the Egyptian culture was told through stories. They have storytellers. They used to take the baby from he's on his mother's womb, and you have one person selected for that in each community, and they tell that baby the story, and it keeps it in the brain. And they would write stuff on the wall. So a lot of the Egyptian stuff that you guys Burton, you don't know what you're saying.
I guess it'll be the last one. We've been on for like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah. 1 hour, 50 minutes, 42
Thoughts
seconds.
on keto? Excellent.
Yeah.
That's my thought. It's a good thing.
Diet.
Keto diet is good because it takes out carbs and it takes the pressure off the liver. And because everything you eat turns into sugar. And sugar is dangerous because the liver is going to make that. It's not to work.
What type of food do people eat on the keto diet? I could probably Google it.
Keto food, you can look it up. But not all of them is always good because if anything has fruits in it, you got to stay away from too much fruits because you got to remember you don't feel it, but that's why these diseases creep upon you because you don't see them coming.
Okay.
That's why they tell you don't see these diseases coming because it's happening and you don't know.
Slowly.
Guys, that was great forum.
Hey.
Blessed Lord. Stay tuned. We're gonna have another one.
When you want to do another one? Tomorrow or the day after tomorrow? I'm trying to skip days, maybe.
Okay, skip it. I'll let you know and you can tell them.
Okay.
And we do another one because what we want to do, I was telling him, we want to do a program where we try to raise money to help me. Instead of saying, call me and I give me this much, because my consultation is a certain amount, plus I get a minimum amount. So rather than doing that to the family, I would rather I put some protocols together, cleansing protocol, diet protocol, bodybuilding protocol, all these different protocols, liver cleanse, all these things with this and this and that values a lot of money for people that I help. Like, for example, the kid with the sickle cell anemia that I did a protocol for them. It's not a penny for that. But anyway, we want to do a program where we raise enough cash to break my bar down to finish up so I can set up my juice bar and finish my restaurant. That's going to cost me about like 10 grand. Then there's a gentleman, a friend of mine that helped me out a lot. He's old and he used to pick up bottles. He's poor to feed his family. And he lost his leg. He wouldn't listen to me. He was listening to me doing good. He stopped listening to me. And then he get diabetes and get gangrene. They have to cut his leg. So now his wife have to push the bottles to get food for them, pick up the bottle. So I want to buy him a bike that has a trailer on it that he can use and throw his thing in there. And we want to raise money. Another project. We want to try to raise money for that. And in return, I'm going to give you a protocol for that donation, depending on what you do. With that, I want to thank Philly. Philly's a good man. I can't wait till I help him. You're going to see what he's going to say. Guys, blessed love. Thank you. My name is Mosha'S Reaggae Lounge. Peace out. Remember, don't speak bad about people. It'll come back at you. Speak good. Remember this also. When you die, or when you, that's not my word. Oops, sorry. I don't like to use that word. When you move to another level, the only thing that you take with you is your character. So develop a good character. Pick a habit. Practice. No one is perfect, but practice makes perfect. Pick up a habit and practice it. If the first time you take a sip of a cigarette, if Philly pushes me to take a draw of a cigarette, right, and I resist, the day that I take it, it becomes easier. He don't have to pressure me no more. The cigarette will speak to me. So practice a good habit, whether it's love, and you guys out there and women out there, don't fight with your partner. When every chance you get to get angry, that's your moment of truth to practice self-control and patience and love. Boom shakata. Peace
Oh,
out,
we
my
out.
boy Philly.
We
Blessed
out.
love to my boy, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, I am.
Another one coming soon.
Yeah, we let you know. And he's here, so.
I'm here, so.